Hey guys, reading time. How is everyone? Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm sorry. Alrighty, we're doing a clarity reading. I feel like the energy is tense, and also I have been getting a lot of messages having to do with me doing maybe or translating my readings, or I still have to figure out how to translate them in the right way. But yeah, it's an hour reading. It's like such a hassle, and I don't know any platform that maybe will translate it in the right way. You know what I mean? It's delicate information. I don't want to. So I am thinking, and I have been thinking this for a while, I think I'm going to start doing some of my readings in Spanish as well. Those are going to be long readings, because like sometimes if it even takes me an hour and something to do, or even 2 hours to do readings in English, where I kind of like know the lingo and I'm a little bit more, I have a different sense of, I know the terminology in English, and in Spanish it's like I have to literally in my brain at the same time, try to translate it the way that it's supposed to be translated, in the sense of giving you the message and not doing like that crappy ass translation. It's like the literal no, but I don't know, something I wanted to share with you guys. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. I feel that maybe I'm needing to start delving into that part of my service as well. But let's get into this reading. So main thing I was feeling for this collective, you could be in like a little bit of a clouded state of mind. You don't know really what's going on. I feel like you could be a little bit trapped in your mind, but I do feel like this collective, you could be absorbing your person currently. I do feel like there's a big shift happening with my feminines and also my masculines. My masculines are going through it. Sign. But yeah, I just feel like maybe and it came to my mind, that exact question, like, have they left their karmic, came to my mind. So it's making me believe that maybe this collective, that there is a karmic interference in the connection currently, or your intuition is maybe telling you maybe they've left them, or is coming to your mind that question. But just to make sure that this is your reading, I want to see what you're currently going through. And I think I'm going to confirm with tarot, just because I want to get as much details as I can. You know what? We're going to do it with tarot, and then we're going to confirm with those. All right. What is this collective, this main collective clarity reading is currently going through? I'm going to get 3 of these, I think. I'm hearing trust for sure. Whoa. Wow, this is good. So this collective, there's a reason why I said a shift. We have the Hangman upright. There's an epiphany, there's an aha moment, there's a surrender coming over this collective for sure. There's a reason why I said I feel, you could be absorbing this person right now, but you're in release mode. You're letting go. You're in the moment is what I'm hearing with that, really just hanging in there and just chilling. You know what I mean? This could have been something that just, happened for this, like not even a couple of days, maybe this past week, I would say, but I feel like it's been like it's a sudden shift, what I was hearing, just because of this 9 of Wands in reverse, the choosing your battles. I feel like there's a different focus now for this collective. You're tired of being out of control. You're maybe you've been a little bit defensive as well, and then from that defensiveness you just came into your sense of like self, like calmness. You know what I mean? But you're retreating from anything that doesn't serve you is what I'm hearing. And you're trying another approach. So you're trying to do things different. I'm seeing my learning from the past. The perception card from that black deck. You could have been a little bit overwhelmed. But this collective, your perspective shift is anything that makes me feel overwhelmed is not worth it. It does not need to be in my energy. Don't make it fit. I feel like this is you. It could be that maybe you're really, starting to meet a lot of people that are part of your soul contract, you know, soul family. But I feel I'm seeing that as active listening, as you with the universe. You know what I mean? You with source. I'm seeing like you're collaborating with them in a sense. You know what I mean? But also you could be actually, you know, aligned to soul family currently. And, you know, that's all, that maybe that's how you get your sweet nectar. Or, you know, it's kind of like putting in that 8 of coins energy, that dedicated effort towards the people that are right for you. You know what I mean? Removing that what doesn't serve you, and, you know, appreciating what does. Strength of will, confirmation, for real. You could be really thriving in your masculine energy right now. Being in that masculine strength, knowing your worth, and really, you know, removing what doesn't serve you. Being very decisive and assertive. I'm hearing that for a reason. There's this, you know, sense of control that you have of what you can control. But you're very determined. You're putting forward movement in what you're supposed to. You know, you're not putting your energy where you're seeing there's a lack. You know what I mean? There's a focus within this collective. Don't make it fit. So there's a reason why I said I feel like maybe you could be absorbing this person. All right, let's see this Hangman. What was that? Oh my God, your power, literally, your magician energy. And did you guys see that? Do you see that? Magician and the 4. Oh God, there's a reason why I'm saying everything. You could be actually influencing this this connection right now. You know, you could be really working through your service, is what I'm hearing. You're taking inspired action for sure, but and another one of willpower. So you could be really wearing a lot of yellow as well. You know, solar plexus energy, and again, confidence. You're being very confident with it as well. Because you're seeing the signs, you're active listening, so you're seeing the signs right now. And confirmation, so what I said with that community support, you're being, you know, there's this willpower with the people who, you know, the appreciation of it. But this is Lover Returns. I feel like you're in manifestation mode without even knowing it. Hangman. You're in attraction mode for sure. Wow. The new perspective is literally sign. The 8 of Swords. There's a reason why I say everything. 8 of Swords and Worlds this is this person. This collective, you're surrendering that. I kind of want to see where they are at now. I want to see where this person is at. But before I get into this person, I actually want to say, I feel like this is what you're getting that new perspective from. You know, I cannot be, you know, I'm the one who controls my mind, that control energy, that willpower, that Chariot energy. You're focused to control what you can, which is your thoughts. So clearly this collective, you're trying to be positive instead of focusing on the negative. You are removing focus as well. Everything that has had delays or a lack of completion or whatever kept you stagnant and in disappointment. Wherever you were seeking closure, this collective, you're giving yourself your closure. You're done with the negative thoughts. You're done with the doom and gloom. You're done with the feeling like your hands are tied when they're actually not. I'm literally seeing this one like that, open. You've opened that cage and you flew free. You're no longer paralyzed. You're done with the crisis. So what are you doing? You're changing your focus. You're changing your perspective. This does not serve me. Confirmation to what I said before. But there's a reason why I said what could be currently going on with you. And, you know, it doesn't just mean with your own 3D, but whatever is tied to you as well. I do believe like this is what this person is going over. Whatever had lack of completion, they are in self-entrapment mode with this world energy. Whatever hasn't come into fruition yet. Whatever hasn't, you know, whatever's been stagnant. I feel like they're entrapped now and they're in doom and gloom, having to do with how long this took, having to do with the cycle completion of this. I feel like they're done, but let me see. Let's just confirm just to make sure. Actually, you know what? I want to get these. Can we please see what the person in this collective's mind is currently going through? So it could be an earth sign. 111 on my clock, new beginning. I feel this collective, you're going through a new beginning, but they could be an earth sign, or you can be an earth sign. Definitely grounding as well is what I'm hearing with this, but Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Oh, they have someone around them that is this energy in this sign. But they are going through karmic turbulence right now. So this collective, where you're in removal, they are currently going through completions of a lot of things in their life that is actually activating them into their divine light. Or even, you know, it's that test of faith energy. Literally, where you guys are choosing your own battles, they're going through a test of faith energy. You could be marrying right now, but in your own way. You know what I mean? Like, you could be getting like the same kind of lessons. You know what I mean? But in your own right. But they're going through karmics. Let's get two more. What this person is currently going through. They're finding their Merkaba. We have two here though. From the denial. Hold on. Oh my God. They're going. That's the reason why I say everything. They could be going through abandonment. And I intuitively just put that over that earth sign and that karmic energy. They could be going through... They're definitely going through, you know, what has happened in the 3D is what I'm feeling just with this earth sign. It's not only just grounding, but earth as well. I'm seeing it as 3D plane. That's how I've allocated that in sometimes. But like, again, there's a reason why I said they're activating their sovereignty from denial, the denial into finding their Merkaba. Hold on, let me try to organize this. So could actually not feel you in their energy right now. And maybe that's why it's activating. Oh, funny, unconditional love on the bottom. Activating that abandonment. There's something about their karmic turbulence, you know, I am seeing kind of like tower energy with that. So they could be going through a couple of towers. Let's get this earth sign. Let's confirm this earth sign, this grounding that I felt. Oh my God. Oh my God. You will not believe it. You guys are marrying and it's guided by Archangel Michael. So we're this collective grounding with that hangman energy for this collective, that new perspective that I'm seeing, the grounding yourself with the reprogramming in your mind, having to do what doesn't serve you, that 8 of Swords. Again, the negative. So they're going through removal at this time because of Archangel Michael right now. And you guys are mirroring that aspect. Maybe you're going through a deep clean. You know, when you start really like Mary Kondo, you're Mary Kondoing your house, and that could be an indicator. And there's a reason why I said you guys could have felt a shift. But you guys are mirroring what is grounding you guys at the time. You guys are grounding in the sense of, you know, your stability. What keeps you stable. That's that aha moment for this collective, where for this person, the universe is grounding them one way or the other is what I'm hearing with that. I mean, I don't want to laugh, but Archangel Michael, if you're not learning those red flags, if you're not in that 2 of Swords in reverse and paying attention and seeing those clear warnings, he will remove whatever does not serve you. Where this collective, you're doing it on your own. You are ahead of your towers, where this person is getting those towers. Karmic energy. Oh, it's so what they're going through, that karmic turbulence and that removal, you know, seeing if they're learning through that karmic turbulence is literally the trusting. It's literally that test of faith. I don't chase, I attract. And what is that actually activating them into their self-love? There's something for them. You guys are already in your worth is what I'm feeling. This person is going through a lot of karmic turbulence and towers that are activating them into their self-belief is what I'm hearing. They're trying to, again, that Merkaba energy, literally sign. Okay, hold on. I don't know if I kind of want to see how you guys are, because this is the first thing that is in their energy, the marrying energy, confirming that earth sign. So this is like literally illuminated in their whole spread, where for this collective, you guys, your illumination in your whole spread has to do with that hangman, that perspective. I kind of want to see if you guys are marrying, you guys are intertwined, so we're just going to go with it. I want to confirm your guys' 9 of Wands and your 3 of Coins, and then and my ear is ringing so bad. Yes, thank you. And then I want to see, and again, there's that Magician again, and it's upright. You are resourceful. And then I want to confirm to see how you guys are mirroring in your own aspects. It's going to be a very interesting reading. All right, can I get this collective's confirmation of that 9 of Wands? What are they choosing their battles with? Removing. You're reevaluating. This is about a timing. So this could have trickled in from the past, 3 to 4 weeks. You could have been feeling this shift from the past 3 to 4 weeks, but this having to do with the out of control or even being defensive, but wanting to intuitively try another approach. And my candle, look at that. You are very connected right now. You can move again if you want. Okay, got shy. I was doing like that it does whenever I say something, and it's like my confirmation that I'm right. But literally, this collective, maybe for the past month, maybe April was a very pivotal. I'm seeing kind of like that big push of that karmic wheel, and it makes sense. So if in April you had a certain, emotional purging, or even, emotional towers having to do with, your wheel energy, I feel this collective, you learned that lesson, and that's why now you're ahead of those towers. I'm not seeing like big towers, but I am seeing like maybe maybe you felt very stuck in April, and you were like, I don't want this anymore. This is just, I'm done with this, and there's a reason why I'm saying this. And also May, for me, very changing energy. 5, that 5/5 portal is amazing for changes. If you were manifesting, so you got the Magician card. If you've been manifesting in that time, you are manifesting transformation. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies as well. Well, if that's what you allocated transformation to be, it is for me. But this collective, again, and it's so funny because what are you reevaluating? Whatever is, keeping you in a sense of out of control, or whatever puts you in defensiveness. Maybe now you're more in retreat, just center and then respond. You're not so reactive. That's what you're trying the other approach from, because you don't want to feel overwhelmed anymore, and you don't want to work through anything you feel like it's not worth it. And literally, this waning moon is about the new perspective, confirmation, where this person is going through this collective. You understood the perspective in the sense of release. This person is going through that perspective because they are having it taken away. This collective, you're learning patience. You're having patience. That's what it says. Where this person is being given the lesson of having to have patience. Literally, you're in divine feminine energy, so you're coming into balance. If you're in stillness and having patience, understanding that whatever is out of your control should be out of your mind, not putting any more dedicated effort or energy into whatever is out of control, or whatever keeps you in an overwhelmed state, whatever is not worth it energy, you're removing it. New perspective. I need to have patience. And you're fine with it. That's what I'm feeling. Don't make it fake, guys. 3 of Coins. There's a reason why so you're absorbing this person right now. If you do feel overwhelmed, and also you could actually, that could have come to your mind. Why am I hearing maybe... I'm going to say it. I heard, maybe the question wasn't so much have they left their karmic, but you heard like the affirmation, or it came to your mind, the affirmation, I need to leave my karmic. It came to my mind. Don't make it fit. That was very specific. Like, I literally heard that. 3 of Coins. Be very connected right now. Oh my, confirmation. You are in equal give and take to whatever is good for you. The appreciation. You're sitting in the present. You're sitting in the present. Where this person now is sitting a little bit in the past. You're in balance energy. You're in acceptance. You could be very kind. Again, confirmation with balance. Balancing out your energy with the right people. Being valued as well. So again, you're appreciating who also appreciates you. Oh my God, look at this. Confirmation. You're in comforting connections. Do not make this fit, guys. You do not make this fit because it sounds right. Because it sounds nice. Please, right collective, you'll know it's for you. But soulmate energy, literally, it doesn't matter if it's this person. Soulmate energy does not mean just, love connection. It could be in friendships, family, you could be really connecting with your family a lot right now, really being in the present with your family, with certain friends that maybe in the past you would neglect a little bit. Don't make it fit. You are in taking appreciation and focusing on that equal give and take, having to do with comforting connections. You are learning where this person is being. Last one for this collective, and then we'll keep confirming the person on your mind. Yes. Wow. And you got a 3 of reconciliation, but you're in letting go, healing, releasing, forgiving. You're overcoming your sorrow. You've overcome your sorrow is what I'm hearing mostly. But you're feeling hopeful and optimistic. You're in recovery mode. And I literally put that in the middle of all of this. Again, beautiful. Where this person is going through a 3 of Wands. There are certain restrictions, but what they're regressing. There's a lack of progress with their connections, and because they're thinking small. They're not this. I'm seeing my bigger picture with that other deck for this collective. Certain things are being stalled right now for this person. All right, let's confirm sovereignty. Literally, they're needing to activate their divine feminine energy. All right, let's confirm sovereignty. I feel like they see you as very sovereign right now, but they're going through the attachments. Codependency, avoidance, and anxiety. Again, confirmation. If you are feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling this person. If you're getting certain, memories having to do with your abandonment issues, or, resurfacing triggers having to do with abandonment, I feel it's this person. It's activating through that karmic energy for them. Because again, what I said before, there's something with the activation of their self-worth. I want one more with I love you. I'm seeing that also as maybe they're needing to learn to love themselves. But yeah, confirmation. Unconditional love is not for someone to someone. It's from you to you as well. Confirmation. I'm seeing that as that. They're needing, through this twin flame journey, having to balance out that divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Denial. So maybe they're being what did I say? This collective, you're thriving with your friends, your 3 of Coins energy. This person, they are being removed within their energy, where this collective, you found your sovereignty by focusing on your unconditional love. They're going through inner child healing. Maybe they could have been childhood friends as well. One more. Let's activate the let it go energy. Maybe an ex or a situation, but their thoughts as well. Oh my God. I didn't want to say it. All right. That was insane. So whatever they were avoiding with the attachments, confirmation with this row, because they were in denial, because they didn't want to, because maybe, they're the kind of person who actually, and more if they were childhood friends. That could be hard. If they're people that literally you grew up with, and it's people, and friends are the kind of people that choose you for you. It's not the people you were born in. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I'm saying this, so you could have that outlook as well. Maybe in the past also, this collective, you guys, were a little bit estranged with your family. And it does happen with divines, because I feel like you know, that childhood trauma that you go through, really, you tend to be a little bit, and more if you were in that chaser dynamic. If you were that chaser in this connection, you know, you were always chasing for someone's affection. So it came down to that self-worth energy. Throat chakra, something they're not being honest about with their own worth. Confirmation. This collective may be in the past because you could have felt, you know, misunderstood with your family, or you could have felt that yeah, they didn't really accept you as to who you were. You kind of like removed yourself from that, and you found your own soul family, that Three of Coins energy, and you started really focusing on them a little bit more. But then there was a needing of a balance. So maybe you started really as well being honest with yourself and being honest with everyone around you on how you felt, or, you know, being a little bit more courageous with speaking your mind. You know, there's the reason why I'm saying that. But for this person, maybe, you know, they were always, I feel like maybe this person, you know, they also didn't feel understood with, you know, their family. So they tended to maybe really rely on friendships and really focus on having that bond. But maybe they're needing to go definitely through that process of, you know, not everyone is supposed to align with us in every timeline. Whatever's meant for us, there need to be in divine feminine, believing and trusting. Where this collective, you've been trusting, so now you're reaping what you sow, where you sowed. You know what yeah. You're going through that explosion of emotion of having to do this, or maybe going through that, you know, that loss right now. I am seeing my Five of Cups right there. Even Five of Pentacles. Merkaba. Oh my God, confirmation. They're being activated through you, but their inner union sign. Through the separation, it had to happen. They need to go through that mindset. They need to have that aha moment. They need to go through the puzzle pieces. Each puzzle piece led to the next. Where this collective, you've already gone through it. This is their Merkaba. This is what Merkaba is doing. It's amplifying their frequency into their own, to be, you know, in that inner union energy. Through you guys. Through the separation. With this collective, I feel like you're really, even though maybe they do come up in your thoughts, I feel like you're okay with it. You know what I mean? This is, wow. That was insane. I've never had a reading like this. You guys know what I say about when I do this readings. I embody your energy. So, and it's so funny how literally I did it differently in my readings. This is usually how I do my readings. This collective, you are embracing whatever comes to you. This was insane. Again, there's a reason why I'm saying it. This collective, you're in inner union. You could question it sometimes, but just because maybe you've kind of felt this, but at the same time you didn't feel it, it's weird. I don't believe this collective, you're like, oh, I'm in a union finally. No, you do feel balanced, but I don't feel this collective, you went through that penny drop, like, oh my God, am I in a union? Or maybe that was a question that did come to you, but it's weird. It's weird. The collective will understand what I'm trying to say. Through your self-love, confirmation, through your self-appreciation, the union with yourself, you are in union with yourself, for sure. Alrighty. That was beautiful. But before I continue, I first want to see how you guys, so I'm going to shuffle this a little bit. I want to see how you guys are feeling towards this person before I get into this person. So you could have children, or, you know, but you could feel like they actually activate that childlike spirit within you. That was explosion of emotion again, but what is this? Inner child healing. So you're, wow. So inner child healing, time and space, dreams, and passion. So you could be having vivid dreams with this person. Passionate dreams. You could have dreamt that you came into union with this person. But it felt weird because maybe you felt like that energy that you guys are still in separation. There's a reason why I said that. But you could have felt like, all right, let's get how you are. Confirmation. You are in divine feminine. You are in compassionate, nurturing, and receptivity. For sure. 6 of coins. All right. This collective, your genuine feelings towards the person on your mind. Genuine feelings towards the person on your mind. I'm going to see that just to make sure that this is your reading. You know, okay. I feel that, but oh, I like that. I liked how that fell. I feel like you feel that they're going through a cleansing clear. And if you are very connected, you're feeling that they're going through some form, but they're going over the separation. And you guys, clearly, you're separated. Don't make it fit. All right, so we have cleansing clear, but auric field, this collective, what I said before, you could be in Mary Kondoing in your own home right now, no longer avoiding what you need to remove, where you could feel that maybe this person needs to stop avoiding and go through that cleansing and clear of energy. You could feel that maybe they're wanting forgiveness. They're wanting to apologize because of the separation. But yeah, they could be going through a separation themselves right now. So again, confirmation to what I said before. This collective, that thought of, has this person, you know, ended with their karmic. So clearly this person was with a karmic, because you got separation and divorce. They could have been married maybe with his karmic, but also you could have been married to them. I'm seeing 2 separations here. I'm not just seeing one separation and this. I'm seeing 2 physical separations here. So it could be that maybe this person was with a karmic and they needed to, you know, that could have been what was removed. Seeing through certain confirmation, X situation and thoughts. And I feel like this collective, but yeah, let's confirm. This is how you're feeling. But also, if you didn't know that they were with a karmic, you understand they can't come in by being with someone else. Clearly, you understand that they need to go through their own, maybe clear and heal out their own separation through isolation as well. It's coming to my mind. Again, the perspective of how you're seeing things is different than before. Cleansing clear. Confirmation. On the same confirmation, this collective, you can feel like something is shifting within them as well. Confirmation. Confirmation. Could be journaling right now. Maybe your dreams as well. Avoidant. Oh, they're red threads. Not even the red thread bond as you guys. It could be that maybe in the past you were, you know, that was that perspective that you had. It's more, you know, what I said before with the friends as well, you know, what the cycles and understanding that if it's meant for you, it's going to be for you always. It will never pass you by. This collective, maybe in the past you were thinking as yourself as this red thread bond, but now this collective, because of this new perspective, you're seeing this as your threads in general. Any thread. That's why that 6 of coins, that 3 of coins with that 6 of coins, that 3 of cups, 3 of coins when 6 of coins, right? Yeah. Soul family and equal give and take. I'm seeing that as that. It could be that in the past, but this again on the same frequency, your mind avoidance, what you are before were avoiding, having to do with this red thread bond, this person, you know, it's that 8 of swords energy. Cleansing and clearing what doesn't serve you. My red thread bond is not just this person, but anything else that is supposed to align with me. Clearing out that thought pattern of, you know, this person is my be all and end all. No, this person is my manifestation no. We have a lot of manifestations that come true in every aspect of our life. Don't make it fit, please, guys. Don't make it fit. Forgiveness. Confirmation. You feel like something is coming. You feel this person is coming in with some sort of olive branch because of your spark, because you're glowing right now. And not even maybe as wanting to conquer you again. No, it's, you know, you can feel you're in attraction mode. Separation. This could have been but emotional maturity is what I'm feeling with that as well. But you could actually have an age gap. And you know what? We're going to get it detailed. Could be, no, I want to get my big dice. How big of an age gap does this person on this collective's mind and this collective have, please? 6 years. So clearly, again, this collective, even you can understand, but you're in that understanding mode that this person, you can't put life experience into someone. They need to go through it. Again, that's part of that new perspective is what I'm feeling. But you could feel like maybe this was part of that separation. But if, again, what I said before with that new perspective, I'm seeing that more as this collective, you are understanding the separation had to happen because you weren't on the same emotional level, even though there was an age gap. Divorce, where in the past, maybe it actually angered you and you put you in frustration, you know? Now it's just understanding. Literally, it fell because it wanted to fall. The separation and age gap, DNA upgrade. You need to upgrade from this thought pattern, and they need to upgrade from that thought pattern as well. They need to upgrade through that emotional awareness. Divorce. So what is the universe doing? About how you've upgraded. I feel like this is that karmic energy. This collective, maybe, you know, you intuitively feel it, but at the same time, if you're trying to do things differently and you're trying not to think like in the past, maybe in the past that was something that would happen. Maybe you would feel something, it was about to happen, or something was happening in this person's life, but because you didn't see it in the 3D, you would then, you know, actually kind of like, you know, not follow your intuition with it and actually doubt it. But now there's a reason why I said also this, you could have actually heard, you know, should I need to break up with my karmic, or something having to do with someone has to do something with that karmic. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe you can feel this person is a little bit in that hot and cold. Maybe they still are with that karmic, and I'm saying it for a reason. We'll get, you know, how they're feeling towards you with that one, and that one has that karmic energy as well. So if it's supposed to come out, it'll come out. But I feel this collective, you know, there's something having to do with this separation, this other separation, where this is your separation, the separation with the age gap and the DNA upgrade, and this is something else that they're going through. This is how you're feeling towards them. This is something else that they're going through. So clearly, again, what I said before, don't make it fit. There is a karmic connection, or was a karmic connection, where this collective, you feel that they could have broken up with them, or they're about to, but because in the past, maybe that was one of your expectations, you're not wanting to go back to the old, fall back into that 8 of Swords. So you're like, you know, maybe I do feel it, maybe I don't feel it. We're going to confirm, because I'm feeling that clearing and healing out karma with that, you know, clearing and healing out that karmic energy of going back to that thought pattern. Let's confirm. I have to. Focusing. Oh my God. Confirmation. It's not the clearing and healing, but confirmation. Focusing on your own healing. Removing, reevaluating. This doesn't serve me. That hot and cold energy, removing it. Focusing on healing. Don't make it fit. You're paying attention. You're paying attention. Yes, you see them as the right person, wrong time, because of that emotional, you know, immaturity. Because you guys weren't aligned emotionally yet. This isn't bad. I wanted to see first, just to make sure. But this isn't bad. All right, I kind of first, I don't know if I should get this person first, or if I should just, I'm on the fence, because I feel like I want to really tap into your energy. I feel like I'm seeing my magnet with my Intuit Tarot deck. So, well, we're going to get into you first a little bit. This is going to be a long reading. So grab a snack, grab some water. This is going to be a long reading. It's going to be detailed as well. So I want to see energetically how you guys are right now. Again, the walking boots. You're walking through your journey proud. and walking away from what no longer serves you. You're in exploration. You're pursuing your own path, and it's actually activating this person to pursue their own path. You're happy in your independence is what I'm hearing. But I want to see first, we're going to get universally what is currently going on universally for you guys, and then I am going to get into them. But I first want to focus on you guys a little bit, because you guys are in it. You guys are in it. I feel like you guys are coming. Oh my God, I need to sneeze and it doesn't want to come out. Oh. But I feel like you're about to get a very big break, that 111 new beginnings with your threads. That's the reason why I'm saying that. It's collective. You know, something's happening with your threads, multiple. But let's see. All right, universe, source, show me what is currently energetically happening with this collective. What are you preparing for them? Just them. Let's see. We're going to get 3 because I feel like work path as well is going to come out. I'm just going to get 3 and confirm them. I'm seeing my magnet though. Oh my God, developing. Love that. I love that wine. Family legacy again. The good stuff. Finessing over time, but transforming. You're ripening. You're aging well. Very nice. Through the challenges, but also standing in your truth. 19th of the 4th could be an important date. And I did say April could have been an important month for this collective, having to do with developing and transforming. But longevity, opportunities, new hope. There's a clear vision and perspective. You're oh my God. It's literally the integration of past, present, and future. Because you're living in the present. Beautiful. Oh. So you're okay. So you're taking the long way, where in the past you were maybe a little bit clouded. And again, there was a reason. I did say clouded before, and it's cloudy today actually. But 28th of the 6th could be an important memory or date. But whatever problem you didn't see, you know, beyond that view, that unclear, that indecision, the, you know, certain confusion. You are, you know, you just took the road of self-discovery. You were tired of, you know, the thoughts and the problems and the doubts and the hesitation and just the uncertainty of it all. You just started, you know, you said, you know what? I don't need to know. You started your self-discovery. You start being more flexible, yielding energy, Empress energy. You knew patience was needed. You needed to focus on your personal growth and the adventure that was your life. That is beautiful. But also I'm seeing that as, you know, the universe's perspective of how you've been developing over time. And because you've been developing over time, you're, you know, you're gaining this new clear perspective from them, because they can see. It's kind of like they put you through a test of faith and you passed. And they're integrating this past, present, and future because they see you're putting in the dedicated effort. They're removing the clouds and bringing out the sun is what I'm hearing. And you're taking you on beautiful adventures that have to do with your threads. That's very nice. All right. Developing over time. Wine. Oh my God. Self-expression. Confirmation. This collective, you know how to express yourself. Again, you center yourself before expressing, but you're being heard. You're communicating in a great way. You know, you've transformed through your communication as well. And oh my God, my ear. But there's this balance. You're sending clear messages. You're someone who communicates clearly and efficiently, and people understand you. That's what I'm hearing. So what are you doing? You're attracting more of the same. You're being heard, which is so funny how literally before I talked about, you know, how before you were maybe felt misunderstood by your family or certain, and that family legacy, this collective, I feel like you're finally understanding. It's, you know, not finally understanding, but you have this perspective of your friends, that soul family that you do have. You see them as family too. You're seeing it as, you know, the family you chose. And that self-expression, it's like you feel heard by these people. So again, you're being aligned with people who will hear you, because now you have a clear communication, and you know how to express yourself. And I heard teaching with that, but to help other people, teach them through that. And 1st of April could be important, Eagle. My God, literally, the challenges, the new hope, opportunity, it's making you find your true north energy, your life path, seeking your truth. And also the eagle is the bird of truth. But you know where you're going. You finally have that clear perspective. You're exploring. It's helping you. Clouds. Yeah. This is what you've been removing. And also you could have actually removed certain people that, you feel were, again, being ahead of that tower, that were a little bit gossipy, or, your own new perspective has to do with, maybe not speaking so much of what is going on in your home or what is going on in your life with certain people, but knowing where to speak up. You know what I mean? Taking care of yourself. Whatever was untrustworthy, that was what was putting confusion with you. I want one more for that, because I feel like that's what you got out of. That's literally, yeah. It's literally that 8 of Swords and that, what was it? 8 of Swords and World energy. Removing that. That was just overwhelming you. No, 8 of Wands. No, 8 of Wands, no. What was that? Or 5 of Wands. Kept you out of control. Kept you overwhelmed. That's what you were removing. I feel that that's what that mice energy was. But instead of just focusing on that wish fulfillment, or instead of just focusing on feeling blessed. You know what I mean? But also I do feel like you're being a little bit hush-hush right now with your personal life, and really focusing on just letting the people who are really in your circle know what's going on. So this person could really not know what the hell is going on with you right now. I'm hearing Winding Road. Beautiful. Butterfly. Confirmation. What I said before. You're taking you're metamorphosing because you're finally seeing the... Oh, beautiful. Evolution of the soul, rising up because you've been having patience, because you've been going through your personal growth. You're reinventing yourself. Evolution of the soul. But time, you're being open, you're embracing change. You're embracing change, and the universe can see it. And there's steady forward movement. Tracks energy. There's one way. You're going the distance. There's a direct route to what is meant for you. Travel could be significant, because I did see a couple of travel energy here. But you think you can, you think you can. You know you can. You're on track. 3, expansion energy. Alrighty. That is beautiful. All right, let's confirm that with... I want to confirm that with because I did see that. Let's see these. Let's confirm that with these, please. Universe. All right, let's see. Yeah, because you kept trying, and you keep trying. You keep focused, and you keep working on your Merkaba, your star energy, your union energy. Keep trying. Don't stop. Don't stop now is what I'm hearing. I don't feel this collective you would stop. You guys, you're seeing beyond the past. You're just focused on the present. Keeping 23rd of the 4th could be an important date as well. Again, April is very significant for this. You're claiming your power. Sign. That's destiny path for sure. Of course it is. Beautiful. Again, it's literally that last row of that deck, and sign. Destiny is calling on you. It's texting you. And you are open to receive. You've surrendered to receive. Confirmation. My God. You're quantum jumping. And I could feel that. I could feel that. You could have seen a grasshopper. And you're claiming your power by seeing beyond the past and focusing on your destiny path. And it's so funny because you've shaken, released, and you've healed out what no longer serves you. Finally you see your value. You've got out of the illusion. It's not even in your spread anymore. And you know what? I don't even feel like, maybe it does kind of trickle in a little bit in your subconscious, but you know when to, again, you know how to control your mind. You know. You're about to shine. Keep going. Keep going. Immense growth by finally seeing. Every time I see this card, it's literally that seeing outside the box. You're not focused on what contains you. You are free and independent. You know that you need to see outside the box to be able to keep on growing, not be conformed to what other people say. You're focusing, you're trusting your inner truth. Sign. And oh my God. Unknown gift. You're about to receive an unknown gift. It's literally like the transition of what you had to go through, like mentally and internally. That was beautiful. Okay, I kind of want to see how you're shining animal-wise. I want to see how the universe, and then we'll get into this person. See how the universe is seeing you shine animal-wise. Just get 3. I have the fox. Maybe that's, oh my God. Eye of the tiger. But courage, that strength energy. They see you in strength for sure. All right. Oh my God, you got the oyster. Your pearl. Through your courage, through your strength, tiger energy. And so working through your raccoon energy, that scavenger energy. I want to get the raccoon quickly because I can never, like, I know it's, hold on. Everyone sees the raccoon as, you know, someone a little sneaky, and it does kind of have that if it's out of balance, but talented shadowy in hiding. But again, working through yourself in the shadows, through isolation. You've been putting in that dedicated effort towards yourself. But raccoon energy is at play within all artists. You could be an artist to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness. You know what I was seeing actually with this? It's, you know, those that painter that actually paints mental disorders in different ways. You know, like she does it in neon and stuff like that. I'm seeing kind of like that. So maybe you're a painter, or that's something that you've been indulging in. I'm seeing my heal through art with that shadow deck. But at best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. So working on your self-image, confirmation. They see you as working on your self-image. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am really ready to grow out into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive and starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. So maybe you've been getting a lot of intuition having to do with focusing on that, that art side of yourself, healing through your art. But oyster energy and tiger and bee, you've been really in your strength with finding, reinventing yourself, seeing who you are. That's how the universe sees you, how you've worked through your mask, how you've worked through, your authentic soul. And oh my God, I didn't even notice, but Master Manifestor on the bottom, literally. Magician energy. All right, so before I get into this person, I kind of want to see emotionally how you guys feel about yourselves. It came to my mind to do it like that, so I'm going to do it like that. I want to see how you guys see you emotionally. You know what I mean? How you feel about yourselves. Courage on the bottom. There's that strength card. All right, how does this collective emotionally feel about themselves and their growth? You've learned that resentment does nothing but just block you. Confirmation with that new perspective. Not being so hard on yourself anymore. Yes, these failures had to happen so that you could, it's the puzzle pieces. But how through every failure you've endured is what I'm hearing. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Yes, I feel that. The reason why I said I feel this collective, you don't even feel like you're free. That's beautiful. You feel free. You know you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. Yes, you do. You persevere through it. And there's that courage. It clearly wanted to come out. You see yourself as courageous. You see yourself as that strength energy. Again, you guys you're taking responsibility for your own actions and your own happiness as well. You are the same as everybody, but in different. Maybe this is something that you've had to remove. That's because of the failure that before that perspective, you were so tied to. Instead of seeing the lesson, instead of seeing that you needed to change. You've been very disciplined. You see yourself, this is good. I like that. You see yourself as disciplined. You see yourself, and you know what? I feel this collective, it's like you're proud that you're finding. So you could have been someone who was very scattered, you know, who would, when you were in an emotional overwhelm, you would tend to just be, you know, I feel like you're proud about yourself. How you've overcome every, you know, little thing in your life. How you found your balance. Could have been someone who, again, in overwhelmed states, you would just stay in bed all day or in the couch all day and you wouldn't get anything done. You would have piles and piles of clothes everywhere maybe. Or you would have just the dishes all dirty in the sink and, you know, you had to do laundry and it was like, oh, I have to do laundry. I feel like this collective, you've really endured having to do with your discipline, you know, having to discipline yourself and, you know, you found freedom within that. You found freedom with that. It's, again, the new perspective having to do with you, what you can control in your life. If you're living in mess and you're, you know, you're saying, oh my God, I hate this mess, but you're not doing anything about it. You know, you're still sitting and wallowing in that energy instead of being in your strength, having courage. And even if you don't feel like doing it, maybe that was a tough transition for you to really go through. You know, maybe, you know, it takes you a while to actually activate into, you know, wanting to do that stuff and it happens, you know, clutter actually puts that negative energy on us, you know, it really sticks to that negative energy. So when you start really cleaning out and really releasing through like literally the material things, it actually starts to lighten that energy. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe it's been a while since you actually, you know, that activated within you. This is really nice. You've been focused on your service, but being of service to you as well, catering to you. Again, catering to you, taking responsibility for your own well-being, no longer blaming. Instead of, you know, saying, oh, I hate doing this, or I hate that this is like this everywhere, just putting in the dedicated effort and putting in the work. And also activating through that creativeness in your mind. This is very nice. Very nice. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into this person. I want to first get what is currently going on, what is pulling on this person's strings right now, universally, you know, source, what is happening with their energy right now. We could see that clearly. They're kind of like, you know, I want to see what's trying to open for them. But, yeah, and even what they could be like in detail going through. But yeah, All right, let's get into it. This person on this collective's mind universally. What is going on? Get more details. Because I feel like this collective, you kind of feel their energy sometimes, just not to mistake that energy as your own. I know that, you know, you guys are being disciplined with that and your mental strength, but there's a reason why I say everything. But delicate situations, so they're going through delicate situations, but to activate vulnerability is what I'm hearing with that. Wow, book. So hidden things still. Grab a book. Go to page 10 or 26 and see if the reading aligns to what you know, the message that you guys need with whatever says in the first row of any of those pages, but also maybe see if it aligns with what this person is going through, just so you know. I feel like, wow, I feel the universe is really trying to activate through their, you know, that change of state energy, changing that outlook. They're wanting to get them to change that perspective, having to do with certain hidden things, but their own knowledge, their own inner knowing is what I'm feeling with that. You know, certain secrets from this chapter. But heart desire, wow. And you guys got the journaling, so they could want to be expressing love, but the heart energy, love, desire, they're clearly not in fulfillment right now, but forgiveness. Trying to activate that bliss. They're trying to get them to develop over time as well, through their own expression and communication, the writing, the letter. This person can have letters for you that they never sent, but wanting to make contact. So through all of these trials and tribulations, they're activating their need to contact you right now. There's a reason why this collective, you can feel like something is about to approach you. Sign. Snowflake. Literally, change of state, out of, you know, everything is a problem. This is a complicated circumstance. It's a hassle. It's, you know, to get them into seeing the lesson. For this collective, you finally see it. They're going through those tower moments for a reason. One more for yarn. I feel like, yeah, to see the light in the end of that tunnel instead of just focusing on that darkness. Standing up for their truth, that justice, finding the freedom through their decision, and activate that positivity within them instead of just focusing on the problem and not the solution. All right, what is hidden currently for this person? Anything that is happening in the background. So what is being hidden, what is, you know, that unknown has to do with whatever is gaining momentum, whatever is set in motion, everything, the puzzle pieces, literally. The puzzle pieces are what is hidden currently for this person. And I feel like, you know, it's kind of like I kind of feel like the universe is really wanting to activate through their mind's eye, you know, really get them to activate through that vision, through that oracle within. But for that, they need to have that positive mindset so that they can start seeing through these and not these. But there's a chain reaction happening right now with their knowledge and, you know, this, whatever is being hidden universally that, you know, they're not wanting to show me clearly. But a butterfly effect. Kind of feel like there's something having to do with this love energy, but yeah. Stepping stones, a process of arrival. That's what's being hidden for this person. Step by step. Them having to take, you know, activate them through wanting to go through that boots energy, that, you know, walking the journey. Baby steps, literally. This person is still in small-minded energy with this love energy. Or this collective, you finally understood. Love comes from anywhere. It doesn't just have to be from a partner. It could be from friendship, from family, pets. You know, it's unconditional love, literal unconditional love towards all living beings, without judgment. You know, just understanding, and not only towards everyone, but towards yourself. And I'm seeing that love, desire. You know, that it's literally how they were feeling, what they were currently going through. It's that Merkaba energy. It was the No, the sovereignty. I'm sorry. It was the one, separation, and oh my God, what was it? I can't remember, but I'm seeing that with that. But their spiritual growth through the love, through the passion, through, you know, wanting to make contact with you guys. Again, it's them learning through you so that they can start their spiritual growth. Writing through their threads, actually, the thread, what I said before. Planting the seeds in the right way, communication in the right way, making contact, but small beginnings, big results. Not maybe in the past they were someone who were very impulsive whenever they did have a lot of towers. They're trying to, again, that grounding energy is what I'm feeling with that. So hope, growth potential, change through their expression and wanting to make contact. So clearly they're wanting to activate them speaking their truth. Wine. Clock. This has taken time, but it's in perfect timing. So you got the wheel is at play right now for this person. There stands the test of time to be able to bring in their past, present, and future. Confirmation. Where you guys are already going through that. You've gone through that integration of the past, present, and future. But a culmination and energy. So I feel the universe is really trying to activate not only their feminine side, but also their masculine side, but their divine masculine side. Maybe they could be currently in and we did get rage before, in a little bit of wounded masculine energy. There's a reason why I say everything. With this, that unstoppable energy, I feel like that's what they're wanting to, you know, that maturation energy. Let's get one more for that. Because I am seeing that as to get them into their divine masculine. Falcon, rising above abilities, strategy, focus. Change their focus. Oh my God, higher self and third eye. Confirmation to what I said before. They're trying to get them to start seeing through here, not here. Far-reaching vision to activate with their vision. Last one. Oh, that wanted to fall off. What is that? Oh God. Island. Getting them to isolate. Getting them to really, you know, thrive in their independence. Out of that third person. Confirmation. There was someone in the background, another person involved, someone else's influence. There was a love triangle, stranger, outside party, third wheel, rival, too many people, too many irons in the fire. They're removing. But they need to make that decision, is what I'm hearing. Alrighty. I'm thinking. I want to see how the universe is seeing them with tarot. Just 3. How are you seeing this person? These 3. So is how you're seeing the person on this collective's mind. Power. It's so crazy how these fell, because literally this is like this. It's like in the between of, are you going to choose wisely and remove what doesn't serve you, or are you going to keep on hoarding, or are you going to keep on, you know, being materialistic, keep on attaching, being in that attachment mode, and still keep, you know, delaying the inevitable. Again, Archangel Michael energy. You see, again, reckless show off. Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm putting this up right. I feel like they're still in 4 of Coins. Scarcity mindset, you know, creature of habit. So where this collective, you're in discipline mode. They're in creature of habit mode right now. And they're delaying the inevitable. They're resisting the change. I feel like the universe is like done and done with this energy. It's like, no, you are going to change one way or the other. They're unhealthy attachments. They're needing to make that decision and they're not wanting to. They're enabling, seeking approval. There's a codependency that they're going through. And that's why they're activated with that abandonment energy. But they're holding a grudge. They're jealous. They could be jealous of you guys. but very unpredictable right now. They're seeing them as very unpredictable right now. There's a reason why they're going through these, what did I say, towers. Even though, you know, this tower in reverse is about emotional towers for me, I do see this as also like they're delaying the inevitable because they're not paying attention to, again, there's a reason why I said they're wanting to activate their divine feminine and divine masculine energy, to start paying attention to their body's emotion and start seeing the signs the right way to make that assertive decision, you know, and put action towards what they need to put action towards. And stop avoiding, literally. Again, confirmation, this collective, you can feel like they are going through something. Tower. All right, let's get the tower. What is this tower? What are they inevitably to activate their, again, their inner truth? They need to be more logical. But again, I'm seeing that as I was seeing more of, you know, they're in Two of Swords. They don't know what to make the decision. But it could be that maybe they are, you know, they could have legal matters. And we did get divorce. It could be. But truthful and wise, doing it by the book, doing it the right way. Understand that they need to detach from the outcome, you know, understand that what doesn't serve them, it's going to keep on creating, and they could be coming to a closing of a cycle. I want one more. Yeah, they're in you guys are in strength upright, where this person is in self-doubt energy. Again, confirmation to what I said before. They're trying to activate them into their own inner union, their own value. They're still weak, you know, they don't have the strength in mind yet about what they need to do with their own life and with their own energy. Really release what doesn't serve them. Knight of Wands. But and it's sad. It's sad. I'm kind of like, you know, my eyes are a little bit, you know, getting into that. It starts to itch before the crying. I feel this person really is like in that, you know, kind of like in that mode of can't take it anymore. Feeling very vulnerable, you know, it's like they can't make the right decision. It's sad. It's sad. There's a reason why Archangel Michael is hovering over them right now. It's like, learn the lesson or we will... They're trying to activate them into their perfect balance, their temperance energy, their union of the oppositions. But their moderation, their purpose, their harmony, you know, alchemizing that energy, bringing balance and peace to them. But yeah, trying to get them to activate with their divine feminine energy sign. Their grounded energy, grounding their own action as well, not being volatile, not being unpredictable, not holding a grudge and being jealous, you know, release. Confirmation. They're confirmation to what I said before. They're activating them through emotional towers. 5 of Cups energy, grief, sadness, loss, mourning, emotional baggage, because they're resisting change. Another one of resisting change. 4 of Coins. So this is how they're seeing them right now. But it's try to get them to really be in that clarity of thought. They're helping them with every part of the, and look how that candle is. Do you see how big that flame is? That wasn't even big for you guys. That wasn't that big for, they're really trying to connect them with source. They're clear cognitions, to see that clear choice, that concrete and that decisive, to be able to really remove themselves from where they need to be. My candle, I swear to you, look at that. Oh my God, it stops every time I turn it around. It's like it doesn't want to show. Okay. They need to be aware and take action with, you know, that scarcity mindset. Remove that scarcity mindset. Be strong. King of Swords is, I don't like him for love. He's very logic. He is a little bit detached as well. But he's very good and business savvy. But he's very truthful, and he's very do it by the book, and he's very, you know, loyal to his thought pattern. I feel like this collective, this person, you know, that this collective is attached to, the universe is really trying to activate that reprogramming in their mind with that strength, that mind over matter. They control their thoughts with their inner knowing and their self-worth, having strength in themselves, in their mind. Yes, whatever I decide is the right path. That is what I feel like they're, you know, but the universe is really like kind of like a poking into, you know, with their intuition, but they're kind of like ignoring it is what I'm feeling. They're trying to activate that focus and that action towards removing this. This isn't serving. Make a decision having to do with this Four of Coins. Overcome the sorrow. I do believe that this person, you know, start focusing on hopeful and optimistic energy, on that recover energy, what you guys are what finally have gone through, by releasing and healing and letting go, by forgiving. That's what they're wanting to activate them. But this person is really resistant right now. I feel like they will get there, but it's like, what was that? Yeah, they're in competition, arguing. They're in chaos right now. Lost opportunity. Confirmation. Look at that. What was that? Oh my God. Oh my God. What did I say? High Priestess energy. Wheel of Fortune and Five of Cups. Self-awareness energy. Five of Cups in reverse. So again, confirmation to what I said before. The universe is trying to activate them through their Oracle within, their High Priestess energy, their vision, and trust in their vision and in their inner knowing, and be that divine feminine energy, the stillness, really being in that frequency of, I don't chase, I attract. Whatever is supposed to come to me will come to in divine timing, through the challenges, through the karmic lessons, through, you know, those external forces that the universe is putting, Archangel Michael, to be able to really put them in that energy of that turning point, that big push to be proactive and focus on the right thing, to be self-aware of what is actually overwhelming them and what they need to remove, to re-engage, to start seizing the day, to start being in the present instead of being in the past or in the future. Start having gratitude and enthusiasm for life, to be engaging, and also engagements. Activate through that. Straighten the record, maybe there's a confession coming on the way. But instead of being in that mass version, start, again, the truth. Being in their truth. That was amazing. That was amazing. You guys saw it? That was amazing. Alrighty. Let's get into how this person is feeling towards you guys. Let's get into how this person is emotionally feeling towards you first. How is this person emotionally feeling towards this collective? Just 3. Well, or 4. Literally. Blame and gratitude at the same time. They're trying to, I feel like they are grateful, but because they're still in, you know, that activation with that self-awareness, I feel like there's still certain things that they blame you with. They need to start taking responsibility for their own actions. Again, there's a reason why they're going through the karmic turbulence, through the removals, so that they can start, you know, seeing their actions have the life lessons. Karmic wheel. Justice energy. Denial. I feel like this person still has to be in that acknowledgement. There's so many birds outside. And really acknowledge that fear. There's a reason why they're activating through that internal. Not only external. I feel like there could be certain things that are being removed right now, but I feel like for now, Archangel Michael is really activating through that internal compass, you know, that the emotions. It's the reason why they're in that, you know, 5 of Cups energy right now. For them to start being honest with themselves. Stop. But this person clearly knows that to be able to come in, they need to come in with the truth and an honest energy. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I feel they're still in denial. But again, there's that forgiveness. Confirmation. There's something that this person is wanting to come in with forgiveness with. You guys got it and this person got it. They need to surrender. Blame. Instead of blaming, focusing on positive thinking. Understanding that they need to take responsibility for their own well-being. It's that temperance energy, you know, alchemizing their emotions and to be able to balance themselves. Confirmation, the temperance energy. Gratitude. So they see the purpose. They see you in your purpose is what I'm seeing. But they know that gratitude has a bigger purpose. So they could be really, you know, trying to activate through that gratitude, being grateful for what they do have. But because they're in that low self-esteem energy, because they are in that strength in reverse, it's like, I feel like this person also kind of from a scarcity mindset, like kind of like they're holding on to gratitude as thank you for everything that I have because they're afraid that it's going to be taken away. It's come to my mind for a reason. So maybe I do feel like they are trying to focus on their purpose, and maybe they are grateful for what you provided to them. They are in the sense of, I feel like they see your self-esteem, like again, that glowing energy, you know. I want one more for this. It's kind of like, I feel like that's what they're needing to, yeah, confirmation. They need, it's, again, they need to remove out of, you know, it's being disciplined with their gratitude and their purpose in life. There's a purpose for everything. But they worry that they're going to be, that whatever they're grateful, it's like going to be removed. I feel like, again, this person is very overwhelmed. Denial. Change. They need to change that aspect in their mind. Again, they need to be in that King of Swords energy. Acknowledge their fear and be truthful towards themselves about what they're feeling and be aware to be able to remove it, to be able to finally be free. Freedom. Honesty. They're fearful. If you're listen, maybe their imagination gets the best of them. I'm seeing Page of Cups with that. Clearly, again, trapment in the mind. Again, what I said before, this collective, you guys are in releasing that fear and that ego, and that, you know, that anxiety, you know, understanding that you can always get out of that Eight of Swords, where this person is in that Eight of Swords right now. And we did get that in tarot. Again, that imagination gets the best of them. Again, they're needing to trust. All right, let's get these. All right, so before I get these, head over, sign, head over heart. Heart says yes, but the mind says no. Mental pain, confirmation. 9 of Swords is what I'm seeing with that. I want to see what they're wanting to confess. This person wanting to confess to this collective. You're my soulmate. First one to be upright. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. Spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. Again, it's that 4 of Coins energy. They need to... I want to spoil you with gifts and trips. Everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. You're mine. Again, jealousy, possessiveness, confirmation. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want you. I want the world to know you are mine and let me go. So they want this, but at the same... And it started raining. Hold on. I didn't even pause it. Sorry. Hold on. That was so funny. Oh my God. I'm sorry. But how funny. Well, it's not funny, but literally it started raining. As I said, let me go. So this person is like, oh my God. They want all of this, but at the same time, because of their imagination, it's like they should just let me go and let it be. You deserve all the good things in this world. And right now, I am not in a space to give you that type of connection. You deserve... Well, that's good. There's a little bit of awareness here having to do with, you know, that equal give and take. I'm not mad at that, but then have my kids. Live your life and let me go. Father wounds. So again, confirmation to what I said before. This person struggles with their divine masculine energy. There's a reason why this is coming out. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to my divine masculine energy within me and externally. And attached to my ex, sign, 4 of coins. I'm attached to my ex emotionally, physically, and or spiritually. I need time and space to break this connection. I'm seeing that mother wounds as well. I feel like this person is really jealousy, confirmation. I am very jealous. I can barely stand it. I feel like they don't like that about themselves, but it's like they don't understand why they're so jealous with you. Oh my God, they got the twin flame one. You activated my soul to find... So this person is activated. To find my true purpose and destiny in life. That's the gratitude and the purpose. So they are grateful for you. But I feel it hurts. And again, there's that rain again. As I'm saying, I feel it hurts. The angels are crying. You helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me this time around. Finding me again this time around. Let's get 2 more. Attachment to others. Confirmation. Attention of others. I'm addicted to the attention of others. Again, it's that 4 of coins energy. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. Again, confirmation. The friends. And unblock me. So you can have this person. I'm seeing that energetic. You know, and I feel like it's not even that this person, you know, like you guys have blocked them energetically. I feel the universe maybe, you know, even though you do feel them, I feel the universe is kind of like not really letting them into your energy so much, because now you guys are very much in attraction mode and they need to go through that release mode to be able to be in that attraction mode. But unblock me. I miss you and want to connect. Please unblock or energetically so we can speak. I have a lot to say. And ghosted. They're going over the ghosting. How they ghosted you. They'll get there. This person will get there. If you have that strength, this person also has that strength, but they need to find it within. All right. I want to see how they genuinely feel towards this. Hold on. I actually want to see how they're viewing the connection. Quickly, just 3. How they're viewing the connection. The gossip. So again, the odious opinions is what I'm seeing there. Maybe they but reminiscing. And every time I see it, there's a reason why I said that childlike spirit, that with the children. I feel every time I see this card, I see it, you know, it doesn't matter how old you guys are. It's like you guys bring each other's childlike spirit, and you guys are children. Doesn't matter how old you are. Whoa. Disagreements with values. So clearly this person knows that there's certain values that weren't, you know, the right ones, that didn't align to you guys. Again, having to do with gossip maybe. So literally out of all of these, they are more in, you know, that negative outlook than that positive. They do reminisce. They do, again, it's that letting go energy, because they do reminisce. And then because of the ego, that's where the jealousy issues, the wanting the world to know that you're yours, you know, the everything else. Certain responsibilities that they need to go through, or that they have right now. I feel like the biggest responsibility that they need to go through right now is, you know, focusing on themselves. But, all right, how is this person genuinely feeling towards this collective? Thoughts. Depressed. Whoa. All right, so we have thoughts. There isn't a day that goes by. Again, 9 of Swords and 8 of Swords as well, and trapped in the mind. That goes by that I don't think about you. You're the one for me. Fragmentation. Until we make our shadow conscious, so they're going through a darkening of the soul. Our shadow is conscious, we will still continue to hurt others. Depressed. There's a reason why I said before, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because it's this person right now. Feeling guilty for their behavior and happy with the outcome. Of course they are weirdos. There's that reminiscing energy. You guys could have been, you know, kind of like that connection that you guys were literally two weirdos. Only you guys would understand your jokes. You make me feel comfortable in my skin. I can be myself with you. And here, speak up. How they were all talk. You're wanting to speak up. I'm not letting you go, and you will hear from me very soon. Don't give up on me, and the all talk energy. I know you are tired of hearing my excuses, all talk and no actions, and they know about it. So there is a little bit of awareness. having to do with this, that. So clearly there's a reason why this person is still fearful, because they know that with communication has to come action. Thoughts. Nourishment. You made me, oh no, you feed my mind and nourish my soul. Your energy helps me helps keep me going. But there's a reason why I'm saying that. There's a reason why I said the universe, they could feel like they're energetically blocked, because the universe, you know, they know that you guys are more in that attraction energy. Well, this person is, you know, needing to release energy, and nothing is attracting to them right now other than chaos, trials, tribulations, karmic energy. Other than that, this person, you know, clearly knows. So again, there's a reason why I said I feel like this person knows about this connection, about, you know, that twin flame journey. I feel like there is a little bit in their mind knowing that they do recharge whenever they see you, whenever you are in that nourishment kind of energy. And I feel like this collective, you are in that nourishment, but for yourselves. So I feel like that frequency is amplified, and, you know, it's kind of like that magnetic pull that they have. I want to see their higher self, their highest self perspective of what they're currently going through, how they feel towards you. Because I was feeling that as they know. What was that? Hold on. I have 1, 2, 3. Let's get one more. Okay. Highest self, their highest self. Karmic ties. My or your inner child need to come first. Trust. So their highest self knows that they need to go through that inner child healing, core wounding, fragmentation of the soul. Alternate, it's our inner child needs to come first. Confirmation with that. Union. The same divine. So again, confirmation. The same divine union flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. Messages of trust. I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving even when it seems that I'm not. So this is from their highest self perspective, not from their conscious 3D perspective. This is their highest self, their intuition. You know, they know that what they need to work through, and I feel like their intuition are showing them what they need to work through, but they're still, you know, they're still in 4 of coins. They're still, you know, tied to that 3D aspect. And then we have communication. So 4373 could be an important number. 3rd of the 4th, 4th of the 3rd could be important date. Important number. Maybe you spent $43.73. But communication. I care about you even when I act like I don't. I'm hiding my true feelings because I feel vulnerable. And they're going through vulnerability right now. Last one. Message from their highest self towards this collective. Growth. I need to be strong in who I am. Confirmation. Need to work on their self-worth. Before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D, I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. Because maybe they lost themselves in the relationship that they were in with that karmic energy. Alrighty. Let's finish confirming how they're feeling towards you. Then we're going to get their true intentions. And then we will get universe's perspective. Fragmentation. Picture perfect. But what they're needing to, part of that shadow, that 3D aspect, that, you know, materialistic energy, that, you know, seeing someone through their skin, not from within. You know what I mean? Because this is your beautiful inside and out. I stare at your pictures all day long. I'm seeing that, even though that's beautiful, I'm seeing that as, you know, still attached to, you know, that physical instead of from within, even though it is from within as well. But you know what I mean. This collective, you would know what I mean. So this person, you could know that maybe they actually tend to really befriend or they're very much into attractive people. You know what I mean? They really don't see the red flags in maybe someone who's very, very attractive, or they don't see, and I want to say that because you're attractive, you have red flags. I'm saying it more. They tend to ignore the red flags because the person in front of them is attractive physically. And you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Instead of seeing through that mask, you know, and I'm not saying that every person that is attractive has a mask, but I'm saying it more as they don't pay attention to the mask just because they're attractive. You know, it's like that they're led more with the attractiveness than seeing, you know, through their soul. Depressed, so you would know about this. Head over heart. That's why they're depressed, because they're in that freaking 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy. Hearts, and we did get that. Arrogance. I allowed because they're letting their pride and ego get in the way of the connection. I thought I was the catch. Weirdos. Avoidance. I really want to be close to you, but I avoid emotional attachment out of fear. So they were in with this karmic energy, and there wasn't even, you know, an emotional attachment to that. It was literally just the distraction. Speak up. There's a reason why it's being removed, unless they remove it in the right way. Priority. Speak up of what their priority is. You are no longer an option. I'm making you a priority. Actions match their words. Okay, so from all talk, they're wanting to speak up and put you as a priority, but because they feel like it's a missing piece. So still, they need to, again, 3D aspect, 4 of Coins aspect, even though, yes, this is a beautiful thing, you know, they're wanting to put you as a priority. They need to first go through that moment of seeing themselves as the priority, releasing what doesn't serve them, and letting everything that does serve them be attracted to them by that inner union. It's, again, that Merkaba energy. It is through you, through, you know, how you see them, that they are active. You saw them, that they're activated, but they need to change that perspective themselves, like you guys changed that perspective into seeing them themselves as their own union. You know, that it's not because of someone else that they can find wholeness, that they need to find wholeness within. That missing piece, yes, they do feel like it's you guys are that missing piece, but they need to start seeing in a different way. They've missed their own pieces because they've been allowing things that no longer serve them to be in their life. Find themselves, literally. Last one. They need to, second time that it comes out, they need to isolate. They need to find themselves. They need to be alone to figure out who they are and what they want to be. And this says, please be patient with me. You guys have anything but, you guys are in patience. They're still confused. They don't even know who they are. I don't know whether I want to just be friends or lovers. Am I ready for a relationship? The right kind of relationship is what I'm hearing. But it's good. So they're having the you know, those thoughts that actually put them into reflection. It's not bad. I do feel there is a lesson coming though. I do feel this person is about to, let's get their intentions. What the damn hell? Oh my God. Didn't want to fall. Oh my God. Oh, because I put them in the wrong way. Put these here and these go here. Oh, there we go. I didn't know where I was at. And again, raining. All right, let's get their true intentions towards this collective. And then we'll get universe. True intentions. All right, let's get their true, genuine intentions towards you guys. True, genuine, ego-driven. I feel like that's what they're wanting to talk about, but inner child healing. Okay, that's good. Let's get 2 more. Oh, we have 2 more here. Thank you. Okay, so we have ego-driven, number 17. Inner child healing. I do feel like they're starting to maybe, we'll see. My pride and ego held me back and stopped me from being, there it is, my true authentic self. I'm afraid you'll reject me because I fear I'm not good enough. Again, self-worth energy. For you, my self-confidence was just a facade. No wonder they're in that strength and reverse energy. Inner child healing. I have made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage our connection, but now I realize the only way to heal is to acknowledge and forgive my past. Confirmation what they got with that, the integration of the past, present, and future. Drinking the Kool-Aid, believing other people's opinions. Just letting other people have opinion as well. I followed blindly to what everyone else was telling me. Again, they were conforming. They made me believe our connection wasn't real and that it was, again, there's a reason why their universe is trying to activate them in that King of Swords. Confirmation to what I said before. They're wanting to, you know, have that strength of mind. You know, get them to believe what their decision, whatever the decision that they do make that has to do with their highest good is correct. The universe will always have their back with that, but because they've always been conforming to what other people, you know, said, and more so maybe these friends, you know, they were someone who they were from childhood, and you know, they really needed to get out of that attachment, that codependency of always doing what other people said that they had to do just because of the label that they were childhood friends or family or whoever it was. I know now that that isn't true, that maybe they told them that you guys were a waste of time. But age difference, confirmation, don't make it fit. You guys, well, we did get that. You guys had 6. So that could have been the problem before. But also I'm seeing that with that reminiscing. It's literally, you know, I feel like it wasn't so much of a problem with the age. I feel like it was more of the lack of experience within them and that emotional maturity, or lack of, you know, balanced emotional maturity between you both. Where this collective, you've been focusing on mending that within yourself. I know there is a huge age gap between us, and some may even object because of that. However, we are so similar in many ways, regardless of our differences. And time is ticking, so they can feel the clock, and you guys can feel it too. 9. I am trying to be patient. I want you to return, and I want to return to you. Being apart from you feels like an eternity. All right, let's confirm these. I haven't done it in this spread in a while. Ego driven, charismatic Casanova. I didn't understand our connection. I'm going to say I don't understand it because they're still in that transition. But I don't understand our connection and the way I feel when I'm with you. They're still a little bit ego-driven. You know, even though they do understand that there's certain things in their mind that they're needing to release, there's still a little bit of that. Again, the jealousy, the I want you mine, that energy. And the way I feel when I'm with you, I'm not ready for whatever this is. I can't handle this right now. I rather not think about it. So they could come in a charismatic Casanova kind of energy, and a very Knight of Wands energy, the show up. All right, let's get inner child. Hold on, I want to get one more for charismatic Casanova because I'm seeing my divine masculine one. Gluttonous gossip. That's confirmation. And yes, absolutely, eventually. I'm an idiot. I spoke of our connection as if it was trivial. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. So you get that they got the drinking the Kool-Aid and also gluttonous gossip. So there's a reason why they're wanting forgiveness here. This collective, you know. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. Instead of keeping things between me and you, I allowed others to interfere. And I'm seeing that yes as yes. You guys know this. And yes, that's what they need to apologize. They're eventually going to apologize about this. Inner child healing. Aries energy, fire sign, 82. Maybe you guys were born in 82. They were born in 82. This is what they're needing to surrender. They need to surrender and get out of that impulsive nature. They need to trust. Confirmation. They need to surrender. That's part of their inner child healing. Maybe they were someone who and divines, usually you guys tend to have kind of like the same upbringing. You know, very chaotic childhood, very trauma-souled childhood, you know. The only thing that you could control was, you know, it was you teaching yourself how to control your emotions because you were never validated in the way that you needed it. You know, you were always maybe gaslighted by your parents. Like, you know, I'll give you something to cry for. It's kind of like coming to my mind. It's sad. McDonald's. Childhood. But I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. This is good, though. They're understanding that it's coming from a childhood wounds, this sabotage energy, this, you know, it's something that they're reflecting on, you know, how they tend to sabotage because there's certain core wounding, you know, it's, and that it's literally that wound, that father wounds energy, you know, they know that impulsivity comes from, you know, wounded masculine energy. So clearly they're seeing that their environment, the people around them were who they actually grew up with is actually not the best emotionally. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Drinking the Kool-Aid. So there is acknowledgement a little bit. They still have to go mentally materialistic. Confirmation. Following everyone with the same kind of energy. I'm not feeling fulfilled in my life. Therefore, I'm chasing money and status as a way to increase, again, Four of Coins energy, my self-worth. I also feel I'm not equipped to handle our connection, and I rather, you know what, I feel like it triggers them, you know, it really triggers them how you are thriving in your independence, and they're like, it's literally that regret energy. It's grieving over what they lost. But good, this is acknowledgement is what I'm seeing with that. Age difference, where before it was denial of the connection. That was what was on the bottom. Fulfilled. How you guys are fulfilled. Sign. When I'm with you, I feel... and also how they, you know... Again, the age difference doesn't matter. It's like... it baffles them, and I feel like that is actually what kind of like brought them into that acceptance of what the connection is. That twin flame journey. You know, that divine journey. Clearly it's something that it doesn't matter. This is where the unconditional loves come from. But when I'm with you, I feel complete. I feel as, and again, confirmation to what I said before, literally that Four of Coins is like, there's a reason why it was like this. They need to see which one they choose. It's really heavy on their energy, you know, that needing something to feel fulfilled. I feel as if, and maybe that's what they're releasing. Maybe that's what that karmic turbulence is, what they're going through, to finally release that aspect of their energy and start focusing on what does serve them and start believing that whatever is meant for them will come eventually. I feel as if I won the best prize of all. You're exactly what I need and I want in my life. Time is ticking. Magical Muse. That sovereignty energy. I become inspired by your presence, your energy, and your beauty. Without you, I am missing my tools to the missing piece. My tools to create my next masterpiece. They're trying to be patient, but that impulsivity is coming. And karmic partner, there it is again. I know I'm settling so they are aware of it. I know I'm settling if I'm not with you, but I feel I am stuck because I'm afraid of change. Again, resisting change. The Tower moments, and watch the whole thing. I'm used to what I have, even if it's not enough for me. I'm working on feeling deserving for you. Again, everything that points to self-worth energy. It's activating them into start seeing their self-worth and work through their self-worth. Start blaming everyone else for their shortcomings or their, you know, that chaos within them. Or even outer chaos, and start working towards, you know, removing the chaos because they need to remove it energetically. Alrighty. My God. Let's get dice. Could be leading to months. I'm hearing 3 months. So I'm hearing 3 months in spring. And I understand that, you know, spring for each country is different. But I'm hearing spring and I'm hearing 3 months, like September-ish. But let's see. Let's see how far ahead the universe wants us to tap into. And depending on one, could be 24 hours. But I was hearing it could be something that is going to come in 24 hours and lead up to spring or September. I'm thinking. Let's get these quickly. closing in the distance is what I'm hearing with that. But expectation. What the hell? A little bug. A Mercury retrograde. Anything having communications issues, of course. Fire sign, but days. It is days. All right, I'm seeing this pregnancy as, it could be leading into the next. So again, there's a reason why I said, you know, there's a lesson coming. So it could be that maybe in 24 hours, there's a lesson coming for this collective that's going to be that, you know, that domino effect, the butterfly effect into the next 3 months, into spring, into, you know, September. I do believe that has to do with certain expectation. I don't believe this collective you're pregnant or you're going to get pregnant. I feel like this person, there's this expectation that because they're wanting to close in, this person has this expectation that they're wanting to close in this emotional distance with with you guys. It could be that you guys are physically distant, but I was more seeing that as emotional distance with anything having issues with communication. They're wanting to communicate, they're wanting to express, but the thing is because they're going through so much turbulence right now, I feel like it's more of a lesson, has to do with their self-worth. So there's something that you're going to have to teach this person as well. And fire is days, but they could be a fire sign or you could be a fire sign. Expectation. Yeah, they expect that it's part of their manifestation. That when they come in, this is gonna, you know, but it's requiring patience. It's requiring just a few more months, confirmation. Good things come to those who wait. It's activating their patience. They're in expectation mode right now. And they feel that they are about to bring in a manifestation by approaching you and closing in this distance. Yeah. Caution, confirmation. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. This person is coming in a little bit impulsively is what I'm hearing. And if you give in, it's only going to lead into, wow, thank you, into a short-lived romance again. There needs to be certain things that have been, you know, having certain communications issue with. They're in review mode. You guys should review everything as well. And that's the fire sign. In days, coming in hot with communication. They still need to figure themselves out. I want one last one. Maybe they could be moving away from, and I put that there, moving away for changing their residence. Follow your intuition. The red flags that you ignore will bite you back in the butt later. Like this person is being impulsive and not following their. And side note, because I just heard that with this distance, caution, and Mercury retrograde and fire sign, this person could actually, you know, maybe they are going to put up this plan of, you know, maybe we should just move in together. Let's start from zero. No. Again, very impulsive energy. Caution. This person is coming in impulsively. They're wanting to, you know, literally start from where they ended. Because I think that that's how they're going to close in the distance, that emotional distance with that communication as well. Coming in very passionately, also fire. So again, confirmation to what I said before with that intuition. This collective, pay attention to your intuition right now. You're on point with your intuition, so keep trusting it is what I'm hearing. All right, next day. 24 hours. Next 24 hours, I'm going to put what is coming for you guys. I'm going to put, you know, like universally what is going to be released, aligned with you guys, then how they are coming and what energy they're coming and what your approach should be. Which I feel like this collective, you're going to like that. All right. What is coming in the next? So they're wanting to come in with, wow. Five of Wands, and again, days. But Hermit energy, I feel like this could, let's see. This is about finding common ground as well. We'll see. Yeah, there it is. There's a reason why I say everything. And I'm getting that anxiousness right here. So clearly, this person, you know, And I do feel this person wants that harmony. You know, they want to be in the growth and resolve this, but they're still in regret. There's still emotional baggage. There's still Let's get the last two, because this is what the universe is released for this collective. I do believe that there is a situation resolution, but I believe that this collective, you will be activated with that Nine of Swords. Activated with that Nine. Oh my God. But finally resisting surrender with this Eight of Swords. So 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. And I feel it's this person, but I do feel this collective, you are going to go through an emotional anguish. You know, maybe it's a little bit of guilt or intense feelings having to do with this unresolved issue. And it's going to put a little bit of uncertainty, and it's going to feel like maybe it's going to... I feel like the biggest thing for this collective, again, follow your intuition, your emotions. You are going to be emotionally activated with overwhelmed energy. To understand, you need to release the negative beliefs. See it as, it's just my mind, but following your intuition with, this is going to overwhelm me if I don't maybe wait a little while before responding. Don't make it fit. You would have had that thought pattern while I was speaking about this. Be like, no, I need to... So clearly you've gone through this lesson a couple of times, is what I'm hearing. See through that intuition, the caution, it's still on hold. This person is still resisting, is what I'm hearing. There's still emotional baggage that they need to release, and you're going to feel it, because that is actually your feelers saying, retreat, retreat, retreat. Be mentally strong. Stand for what you believe, take your power back, conquer yourself. You know, it's up to you. I feel like you release this. But let's see. Actually, before I get, how this person is coming in, I want to confirm 9 of Swords, Hangman, and this 8 of Swords. I do more of this 9 of Swords than this Hangman, because it came out the other way around. You are in Hangman upright. You're with the new perspective. I don't feel like this collective, you're going to be in resisting change. But I do feel like maybe, there's a moment that you feel like you're in a little bit in a lack of focus because of that emotional baggage that you do feel, that explosion of emotion that you do feel with your feelers. I want to confirm this one. Hold on. Let's clarify 9 of Swords and Hangman in reverse. Yeah, this is something that you need to release, but also it's that 4 of Coins energy. It's them. It's what I said before. There's still an emotional baggage because they're still resisting, because they're not surrendering. They're still the creature of habit. So again, what I said before, you've been in this roundabout a couple of times. So I feel like maybe, whenever this person would break up with someone, they would immediately come to you guys again. They would activate that emotional baggage again within you guys. They would put uncertainty, and you would feel like there are certain delay tactics being placed, because again, but this now, instead of being entrapped in the mind, this collective, there's this strength in the mind. You're finally taking your power back. You're understanding, it's part of their 3D aspect right now. It's not part of yours. You are just feeling what they are feeling as well. And you are going through that emotion to transmute it, alchemize it, and release it. You are in Hermit energy. I feel like you finally, through just result, and it's so funny because I literally didn't even get how you should, again, end of a chapter. We didn't even get the universe's, outlook of how you should respond to this. And I'm already feeling like this collective, you are going to just soar. But you do have a 5 of Wands in reverse coming your way. So there is a resolution of a certain situation. There is something about you finding common ground. But even yourself, you go through a spiritual isolation. But I feel like this person as well goes through spiritual isolation. To finally remove this 9 of Swords, this regret. Finally remove what is no longer serving them. What they're hoarding emotionally. Because they're resisting the change instead of just letting it be, and finally see that mental strength within themselves. I feel like this collective, you're focused on the solution. So what does it mean? You, if you need to go within again, you will just go within again. You are not resisting. I need to, it's like, yes, universe, let's go. Bring him in. All right, let's see what energy this person is going to embody when they do come forward in the next 24 hours. I didn't even see that. 3, one more. Okay, I like this. I like that this is the first one. They are coming in with wanting forgiveness, to be able to accept change. They're ready to move on and heal and let it go. But let's see what else. And there it is, Page of Cups. But it's coming a little bit. It's still coming from inner child wounds and obsession and manipulation. Not manipulation in there. I want to manipulate this person. I feel it's subconsciously manipulation. It's coming from an obsessive thought pattern still. Even it's wanting even though they do want your forgiveness, I'm seeing it as there's a little bit of wanting external gain with this. Yeah. Literally the Magician in reverse. This is a pre-manifest energy. So I want one more with this Page of Cups. Just because it's a little bit, this Page of Cups, this 5 of Cups in reverse, and this manifestation. And again, every time I speak about this person, it starts raining. This person is going through sorrow right now. Well, and if they are crying, I do feel it's emotional release. It's good. But it's kind of contradictory, this Page of Cups in reverse. I feel like maybe it could be that you feel that they're coming in manipulative. I do believe that there's still certain inner child wounds that they need to work through. But I'm seeing that with the 9 of Swords and the Hangman in reverse. One more for Page of Cups, clarifying Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they need to reflect. And you guys as well. Again, there's a reason why I say everything. They need to go into reflection to be able to then start this. And also, I feel like this collective, you're going to see through that mask. You're going to see through that Page of Cups in reverse and be like, I don't know, however it is that you word it, and that's actually going to activate them into, because they're going to see your self-worth, and they're going to, start establishing a new plan, or start establishing a clear vision of what they want, instead of envying you, going within and, tune into their intuition the right way. Start taking care of themselves and focus on that self-love. Confirmation, another one of isolation. 4 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Swords upright, but this is about going within, taking a break, healing. They need to recalibrate to be able to start, again, having that strength of mind and their thoughts becoming things, being in that King of Swords energy with their thought pattern. Yes, this is, but I feel this is beautiful. This is it's noble. But they're wanting to accept change, but it's still subconsciously, there's still certain things that inner child healing that they need to go through, that they need to release to be able to, for this to be a little bit more genuine is basically what I'm saying. It's not that it's not going to be genuine, but still subconsciously there's still a little bit of obsession. It's still tied to that 4 of Coins energy that they're still in. All right, how does this collective have to respond to this? What is your advice for this collective? I knew it! I should have said it! Be in your High Priestess. You're going to be very connected. Follow your intuition as well, but be in your Divine Feminine energy, nurturing, caring. I was actually going to say High Priestess and Queen of Coins. Okay, let's get a couple more. I should have said it. One more. Yes. It's not a delay. I feel, and you guys did get that world. You guys are coming into a completion of a cycle of how you used to respond to this person by not enabling this behavior anymore. So now this collective, I feel like you're going to be speaking your truth. You're going to tap into your intuition. You're going to, speak through your highest self in a calm, collected way, and actually maybe even giving them certain advice of how they could, find themselves as well. And I feel like that's how you find that harmony in this situation. That's how you focus on that harmony. I feel like their main focus for this collective for when they do come has to do with finding harmony within you. You don't want to have the, that unresolved issue with it anymore. You understand it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And you know that if, I feel this collective, that there is going to be a period of after you say no to this person that they're going to ghost you. But it's not even that they're going to ghost you, that there's a period of them needing to go through that isolation. And even you guys as well, you need to, adapt to that new frequency that you are starting with this new world energy, that new cycle, by following your intuition. Yes, you're going to feel like there's a lack of completion, but it's not that there is a lack of completion. It's actually, there's still in a lack of completion. You see it the right way. I want one more for that world. Yeah, they're holding back. They're still a little bit restless. They're still going through lack of faith. That's what's keeping them in that lack of completion. But this collective, you following your intuition, it's just focusing on then this will happen when it's supposed to happen. It's time for them to go into isolation and focus on their self-love and reflect on how to take care of themselves so that they can understand what they want, understand who they are. In a few days, time to act so that they can go through that awakening. I feel like there is this catalyst of this awakening with, it's kind of like going to be a little bit of that selfless act, what I'm hearing with this collective. You're going to reject them knowing that rejection is actually going to help them find their self-worth, but in a kind, compassionate, nurturing way. You're not going to take the mask personally. You're going to understand that they're just needing to go through that wound, that inner child healing. Last one for how they should approach this. You guys see it as it's impulsive. About 3 months, confirmation, what I said before. Whatever is about magic. You guys saw about 3 months. It's what I said. This collective, whatever's happening in the next 24 hours, that's going to be that domino effect, that butterfly effect into the next 3 months that has to do with their subconscious being revealed, what they're currently not really seeing through. They're only seeing through that 3D aspect. They're not seeing that subconsciously there's certain things that they need to work through emotional, having to do with that emotional baggage, having to do with that past life trauma that they need to heal. Those intense feelings that they're feeling, they're needing to remove them because they're still resisting. They need to remove that Four of Coins, that attachment energy, that codependency. But then a new emotional cycle happens. Seeing clearly, divine aid, the endings to bring that new beginning. Yeah, you're going to reject them. You're not going to be left on they're going to feel like they're going through that harsh conditions, but through harsh conditions is how we endure. If it was easy, then everyone would do it. It's that test of faith energy. Yeah. There's a new perspective. Have patience. In the next 3 to 4 weeks even, they could start with this new perspective. But this is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. All right, guys. Let's confirm that. I'm going to use these today. Let's confirm that love part. Reflection, confirmation. I'm just getting this one. And you guys know, give each other's time. And that's what I felt with this collective. You know that they need to go through that isolation. You know that they need to go through exactly the same things that you went through to be able to find your worth. It's a selfless act. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And listen, and we have a message for you from your person. So I'm thinking of you this very moment. You know that the love, it's not that it's not there. It's just that it's still in maturity. Still in maturity that they're going through. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And that selfless act that you are having right now by releasing, they can feel that. They can feel that. They need to go through reflection. Exact same reflection you guys went through. All right. Let's confirm that full reading with these. Whoa. That flew. Meditate and contemplate. I feel like that's something that this person needs to do, but new moon in Pisces and emotionally. All right. Luck is on your side, and you know this. New moon in Sagittarius, and you got the fire sign, but luck is on your side with whatever's coming in the next 24 hours, days, that fire. Luck is on your side. And you're very close to achieving a goal. Very close. All right, let's confirm these. Meditate and contemplate. And then I want to get you angel cards. I want to see what angels are following you around this next step. Patience. And you guys are in that new perspective as patience. So maybe, you know, something that will activate more patience is for you to maybe meditate. Actually meditate. If that's not something that you do, maybe that's something that you've been intuitively feeling you should start doing. It came to my mind for a reason, but I do feel that for this person. Luck is on your side. Communication as well. I do feel there is communication on the way in the next 24 hours. All right. You're very close to achieving a goal. Transformation. So this is not only this communication is not only going to help you with with the harmony in the situation, but it's actually going to help you transform even more into that sovereignty light. Again, it's literally that sovereignty. It's being in that divine light. It's understanding that unconditional love is for everyone. And it's without resentment, without, you know, blame. It's just with understanding. Person is wounded, they need to work through their wounds, and believing that, you know, if it's meant to be, it will be, and it will never pass you by. Take a breath. Take a breath. Wow. That was a beautiful reading, guys. Okay, let's get a couple of these angel cards. I want to see what angel, just one for this collective. What angel, I want to see actually what angel is going to be following you around through this transition from the 24th to the next, we're going to say 4 months, 3 to 4 months. And then which angel is going to be following them around and, you know, helping with their strength. So what angel is following this collective around in this time? So we have Jeremiel. So, and you guys got the dreams. This is Angels of Symbols and Dreams. Again, and you guys got the dream. But life lessons, emotional connection, visions. So more activation, the unknown gift. Claircognizance, speaking through signs. When you feel stuck and need guidance, ask me for dreams to give you clarity on what course of action you should take. So amethyst, also intuition is amethyst for me. But 1 month and look for a sign. So you guys got this one for... All right, and now let's get what angel is going to be following your person around. I'm hoping... Okay, that was fast. Uriel, keeper of wisdom and inspiration. Of course. And number 3 is expansion. They need to go through that expansion moment. And you guys got 29, 11, 11, 11. So where you guys are going to be guided by someone who is going to show you the symbols because you finally see through the lessons, because you're finally seeing through your eye instead of these eyes. Confirmation to us. Watch the whole thing. This person is going to be guided. So this is the keeper of wisdom and inspiration, guidance, prophetic vision. It's going to activate their visions as well. Decisions, helping them with decisions, plan of action, and sparks of inspiration. I give wisdom to solve complicated problems and help you find solutions for challenging predicaments. Ruby, Tuesday, and something better. Maybe that's when they get their epiphany, on Tuesday, and we're on Saturday right now. So, and the angel of mercy, forgiveness and estrangement, alignment, solutions, peaceful compromise, and releases pain, is the one who is guiding both of you, is what I feel. And this is blue agate, 6 to 12 months, and give it time. Confirmation to what I said before. I hope you forgive past wrongs to help clear energetic blocks and transmute any negativity with the violet flame. Beautiful. Very nice. Alrighty, let's get Charmies. Whoa. So we have we have one initial, S. S. Your name could start with an S. Their name could start with an S. But wishes coming true, star energy. I feel like this collective, your wishes are about to come. But you guys got the red chili pepper. This is a fast moving one, but protected through this alignment. Divine masculine energy, building up to their divine masculine energy, but you guys in your divine masculine strength, knowing your worth and, you know, acting accordingly is what I see. Willpower is what I see. You're divinely protected, you know. The time is now. The time is now. This is also a fast moving one. You guys got my heart. Oh, you guys got the purest heart of them all. Literally. Collective purest heart of them all. Selfless act. Literally. Selfless act is what I was seeing with that. Protection. More protection. So maybe you should start. Maybe that's something that you need to get. You know, that little eye. The Turkish eye. You know, to keep protecting yourself. Music you guys got. And it's funny because you guys got that. What was it? It was the raccoon. So something with music for this collective. You know, maybe you're getting signs through music, or maybe you're going to be showing them through music the signs to this person. You know, you guys are very connected right now. And that world energy. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Both of you. All right, let's get dice. Put in dates, angel numbers you might be seeing or need to look up. Birthdays, etc. 13th of the 5th. What day is it today? Is today? No, today's the 17th, right? Yeah, today's the 17th, but it could be a birthday. 13th of the 5th, 18th of the 5th, 18th of the 8th, 818, angel number. 15th of the 8th, 15th of the 1st, 13 by itself, surrendering to divine. 65, angel number. 68, angel number. 1111. 0. You could be seeing 0000, but a new cycle begins. 22, 222, unexpected miracles. But 7th of the 11th, 11th of the 7th, 17th of the 11th, 711, angel number could be as well. 22, 2nd of the 2nd, portal energy. 17th of the 5th, sign today. It's so funny. 17th of the 5th, 95 could be an important year, or 94 as well. 4 by itself, divine masculine energy though. Just saying. But 22nd of the 5th, 22nd of the 11th, 22nd of the 7th, 22nd of the 1st. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll try to post another reading today, but I've been really in my own isolation kind of as well. You know, I've been really focused on, you know, getting things done at home, you know, and I'm not with the kids this weekend, so I'm really trying to get a lot of things done before they do come tomorrow. But yeah, I will try my best to have another reading, because I need to do another masculine reading, and I want to do my Spanish reading. So yeah, I will try my best to get another reading up today. But I love you all. Keep doing this beautiful work that you're doing, and I will see you all guys later. Mwah. Love you. Bye.